And there have been several times, more than several times, when I have stopped myself maybe late at night and said, how did one young guy get so lucky? Greatest job in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, Warner Brothers Licensing, the City Winery of Boston, and, against their better judgment, the California Parole Board, are proud to present Animaniacs in concert with Randy Rogel and Rob Paulsen.
There is no downside to my work. In fact, it's almost an endless upside. How did I get from Livonia, Michigan, as a kid making silly noises to sitting here talking about all this wonderful work? The only other thing I wanted to be in my lifetime was a hockey player. And I learned that I had neither the talent, temperament, nor dental insurance to make a nickel as a hockey player. So the only other thing that really jonesed me was performing. Animation, as we know, is bigger than it's ever been. For better, for worse, get to be the point person because I'm the voice guy. Let me tell you about Ninja Turtles. Raphael.
Is that a person in there?
Then I did all the Disney afternoon stuff. I was on Darkwing Duck and Gummy Bears and Goof Troop, and then I went over to Warner Brothers and did Tiny Toon Adventures, which led to Tasmania, which led to Animaniacs. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, and all these great songs with a 40-piece orchestra with Steven Spielberg, which led to Pinky and the Brain. Then I slipped over to Nickelodeon and did a character from Jimmy Neutron called Carl Weezer, who was a little fat guy. You're only limited by your imagination and the kindness of people that hire you. Life was good, working pretty much every day. I was shaving one morning and I just felt this little lump in my neck. Didn't hurt, didn't affect my speech, my swallowing, wasn't losing precipitous amounts of weight. I went into my doctor's office. It was February of 2016. And I said, hey doc, what do you think about this? He said, well, it could be cancer, but if it's the kind of cancer that I believe it is, it's very treatable. You just got to get on it. And it got my attention, that old adage that we make plans and God laughs. Okay, Mr. Voice Guy, here's a curveball for you.
Well, happy birthday to me. It's March 11th, 2016. I'm 60 years old today, and this is the first video I've made since I thought I might have cancer a couple weeks ago. I don't know, but I do. And it's stage 3, squamous cell carcinoma, metastatic squamous cell carcinoma with primary occult. Well, the primary is no longer occult, it's in the back of my tongue.
So I had 7 weeks of daily radiation and 8 concurrent every Friday chemo treatments for about 4 hours. As you can imagine, it's quite an emotional thing. I lost 50 pounds. It beat me up a lot. The way that I was able to reconcile the fact that this cancer was literally hitting me in my bread box, which in my case is right here, it was pretty much practicality. I'd had a hell of a run. I wrote a book about the whole circumstance called Voice Lessons. I recount the circumstance in which I called Sam Register at Warner Brothers and said, Sam, here's what's going on. I don't want your pity. I'm not telling you this to feel sorry for me, but I gotta be straight with you because I'm okay now, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But thank God and thank Henry M. Polsky and all these other wonderful physicians, I'm able to do my job. I can do yakko like falling off a log. Well, the reason I decided to become a spokesperson for the Head and Neck Cancer Alliance was frankly because they asked me, and I could not say yes fast enough. Because of what I do, I can get people's attention. And there's a lot going on with respect to head and neck cancers and the ability to treat them, especially if folks are diagnosed younger. It's an HPV-related cancer, which is, again, becoming quite ubiquitous. Over 600 and something thousand cases diagnosed worldwide every year. But there's a vaccine, which for a long time was geared towards young ladies, for cervical cancer. Well, now head and neck cancers and throat cancers and specifically are surpassing cervical cancer. And the good news is we have a vaccine for it. But I have a bully pulpit now. I'm a perfect example of not only is this treatable, but you go on and your life is okay. I'm a little thinner than I used to be, which is probably not a bad thing as I get older anyway. But looking at it from this side now, it is a platinum lining. It's not silver, it's platinum. And I have an audience that's so much bigger than it was when I first became successful. My success now is attached to being a cancer survivor. So my story is much more powerful. And I'll take the not tasting food and the dry mouth in a heartbeat, because my work takes on a deeper importance now. So man, you're looking at a lottery winner, and I'm grateful to be in this position.